Hello and welcome to another edition of Toys from the Attic. Well, we're not going to be reviewing an action figure today. I thought I would take the time to actually review some cartoon shows. I see other people doing episode by episode reviews, and I thought I'd try branching out, see if you guys like this. I could do more of them. If not, then this might be the only one. I actually have another one planned for the Ninja Turtles series, but we'll see how it goes. I just got done watching the Transformers Robots in Disguise cartoon. I would have actually filmed this a lot sooner and got this up a lot quicker, but my TiVo didn't record the first airing of the episode, so I had to go track one down on the internet and watch it in my free time. What are my feelings on it? Let me guess. I have some mixed feelings about the actual show itself. It just seems kind of there's something about the style of the artwork, how it's the 3D toon shaded style. You're going from a cartoon that was like you're going from the Transformers Prime cartoon, which I thought was a really good, really well 3D animated show and had really good story depth, to this, and it just seems a little bit more like Transformers Rescue Bots to me. So it's just this weird feel, and from what I've seen from the first pilot, that weirdness still keeps going. It has potential. I think that the show is still actually kind of trying to find itself. I'll give it a good season. I'll go through the whole season first before I say if it's yes or no. Because it usually takes about one or two seasons for you to really get the characters and the dynamics and any real good plot to actually kick in. There's nothing that's really hooked me just yet. The other thing that I'm really a little bit wary about, especially with this series, I'm also having some Transformers Energon flashbacks. I remember that when we went from Armada to Transformers Energon and they switched to this really hokey cel-shaded 3D back in that one, and just that's when I thought that whole series kind of just went downhill, and I stopped watching halfway through just because they were just changing so much and retreading so many things. I will say that some of the characters I find pretty good. I like them. Others, yeah. Bumblebee I like. We got the same character and the same voice who played Bumblebee in the last season of Transformers Prime, so I'm really interested in that. I will give kudos to the fact that so far it seems Bumblebee is the one leading the team. I know it's kind of heresy to have a Transformers series without Optimus Prime, and yes, he is in it, but he's appearing as a ghost. So I do like the fact that yeah, they're continuing this Transformers Prime storyline, where Optimus had passed on and became one with the universe, and he's kind of almost coming back, almost like a Force Obi-Wan ghost right now. So I am interested in how that is going. I do wish it's weird, I wish they would kind of keep him dead, just because it would be kind of neat just to have a series where it's just a new line of heroes you focus on. In the same regard, I hope they don't bring Megatron back. I know that's weird. People probably wondering why, but I've always wanted to see a Transformers cartoon series that doesn't always bring back Optimus or Megatron. I'd like to see, like, yeah, there are other robots out in the galaxy. Let's hear their adventure. I mean, you can have them pop up and give advice like Optimus does, but it shouldn't be the main. I'd like to see other characters being brought up and put up on their pedestal and stuff. And I see it looks like Bumblebee's actually going to be doing that. He's going to be coming to his own. As far as Strong Arm goes, I wasn't sure about her. From the few clips that I had seen, I pegged her as the strong, by the book, military type. It's just kind of boring. And he had RC like that. You had RC as the tough as nails chick in the series, but she grew. She actually had personality, and you saw that she was flawed. And I didn't know where they were going with Strong Arm, but from what I saw, they make her a young cadet. So of course, yeah, she's going to be by the book and want to actually just be completely good and follow orders and do everything legitly. However, so I think there is some room for her to grow actually as a character, and I do kind of like her little fangirling when she sees Optimus, or just her reaction and other stuff. Sideswipe, however, well, back to Strong Arm. I don't kind of like her interaction with Sideswipe. How she's just always nitpicking, putting him down. It makes it seem like they're going to try to force a love interest between the two of them. It's just something that I feel like I can see a mile away, and I'm just like, God, they're going this route again. why do they have to do that? It's just kind of annoying. So that does grate on me just a little bit seeing their interaction. I know he Sideswipe's supposed to. I thought he was actually going to be a Decepticon, but it turns out he's just kind of a rebellious teenager Autobot, and he's lazy. He doesn't really want to do things. But when it comes down to it, he he's kind of got your back in a situation, or at least he's got Russell, the human character's back. So him, he's not really. Nothing's really sunken for me in him, and he's like, I'm just like, okay, he's your typical slacker guy. It seems like they might start focusing a little bit more attention on him, which I think they should actually stick with Bumblebee a lot more. Fix it, the character Fix It. He seems like he's gonna get kind of annoying and a little bit of a any of you guys who are from the '80s and stuff, a little bit more of that snarf character. I don't see him really being more than just the guy who gives exposition or invents stuff or tells the guys where to go. There's a scene in the actual pilot where he's kind of up on his command chair and he's like, "Oh, well, you got to go track down this guy." It almost felt like that's a scene out of a video game where you go, "Okay, Fix It. What's our objective for this level, or what's our mission for today? Oh, go out and here do this." It seems like it could get serialized really quickly. However, this is a new modern day and age for all cartoons and stuff, so I have a good strong feeling that it won't stick with that. So it does get a little annoying where he mispronounces words and stuff. But I think he'll overcome that, or it might be something that I'll eventually get kind of used to or numb to, and I won't even notice it anymore. Grimlock is the one that I feel really disappointed with. Keep in mind, I'm from Generation 1, so it's kind of hard to compare anything to the original Grimlock, smash me, king! I really don't like his color scheme. I'm just going to be honest with you. I've seen the toys of him. I'm just like, no, not going to do it. I don't really like that big jaw of his and stuff. And to me, his attitude and personality seems a little bit like Cyborg from Teen Titans Go. And I will admit that I kind of like Teen Titans Go. I just sit down, don't want to think, just need to laugh. So that's kind of why I watch that. It's just I just need to laugh. But that works for that. This personality doesn't really work with Grimlock because there's a scene where it's like I think I skipped actually and saw one of the extra episodes later on. I'll review that one separate. He's like dancing around and kind of showing off, and it's all the same things you would see Cyborg do and other stuff. And just I'm just like, God, I really like Grimlock as the big gruff, like I'm ready to like beat the crap out of my enemy. And you know in your back of your head, like, if you put Grimlock up against someone, he's going to most likely take them down unless he's, like, 3 times bigger than him. And then it might be, you still don't know, Grimlock might still be able to kick the guy's ass. So it's just kind of weird. And he is kind of dumb, but I don't know, there's just something about him. It's just kind of off-putting a little bit. But like I said, there's chances for this show to grow. It's still kind of new and stuff. There's not much else I could say as far as the robot characters go. I did like seeing Cybertron rebuilt. It did make me wonder where all the new Autobots came from. Underbite the Decepticons. It's like something about the Decepticons' design seemed a little weird and just really. I like that humanoid look for the Decepticons from talking back from growing up in Generation 1. And to see these guys, it just seems a little bit more like something you'd see out of GoBots. So that's like, it's just kind of weird. Just their designs look a little weird and hokey to me. They've never really been that simplified or stylized and stuff. So it just seems kind of weird. Especially I've seen some of the other character designs for the other guys. Some of them just seem like, no, that doesn't really look like it would fit for Transformers. Which is kind of odd considering that they have all different shapes and sizes and stuff. So yeah, I know. As far as the human characters go, I'm not really sure how to peg them down. Like I said, I've kind of been a little bit burnt out on most human characters since Energon. The name Kicker kind of still that's touches a nerve for me. If any of you guys know what character I'm talking about, Russell but the humans in Transformers Prime were good. They were used just sparingly enough to where you didn't feel that they were the main focus, except for Miko, but they toned her down a little bit. I'm not really sure where they're going to go with this. It will be nice if they're just the side characters. I don't always feel like you need human characters to sell a Transformers cartoon. Beast Wars actually definitely prove that, if anything. So it's hard to tell. They're definitely not, the humans definitely aren't, or this Russell isn't the original characters. I would have actually liked that they brought the original kids back or something, or maybe they will come back as older adults because some time has passed. So you never know. Uh, Russell's dad, I think it's Dimitri or something. I can't remember off the top of my head. Nothing really sticks out for him. He seems like the goofy dad that likes to collect junk and has a big scrapyard for them to actually make their base in, which I will admit is kind of, I find that a little bit odd, but also cool and really fitting. Like, hey, they got this big kind of almost junkyard fortress that they can actually have a base in, and so I actually dig that. That does make a lot of sense that they could hide in a junkyard as opposed to in a military base or just having their ship disguised out in the wild. This does kind of make sense. It reminds me a little bit of Iron Giant, actually, if anything. But Russell's dad, he's really obsessed with collecting junk, doesn't want to throw anything away, and he's just kind of this goofy character. So nothing really speaks to me just yet. He's another guy who hasn't found his voice. But as far as the show goes, yeah, there's some things to me. I'm a hardcore Transformers G1 fan. I mean, heck, you can see I have a lot of Transformers figures around here. You can see Optimus over there and everything else. I got a few other characters just sitting around on my desk. Heck, I have Shockwave permanently always right here on my scanner. It's just a guy I really like to have. Shockwave's my favorite. So I don't know. It seems like it has potential to grow. I will be interested to see where it goes. And once I get that hook, like, oh yeah, this is gonna really sink me in. Like, there's a big plot brewing, and what's gonna happen next? Then all the character designs, all the character nitpicks are just gonna be blown out the window. I'm gonna be like, what the hell is gonna happen next? So I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it the whole season, see how it goes. You might see more toys pop up in the review, depending on if I like those characters. I have Strong Arm, who's going to be coming up next if I can find the time to review her and stuff. Just kind of busy this weekend or this few weeks with finals and everything else. But let's see how it goes, and till next time.